Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shuai and I'm an associate professor here at Tsinghua SIGS. This afternoon, I'd like to share some ideas with you about how AI is reshaping the future of our living space. Just as Professor Ergin said, the world is dominated by normal. Most data is normal, and most buildings are also normal. But for buildings, normal often means a bit boring and also a bit compromised. So you can look at this building, a normal building, that packs hundreds and thousands of us, individual people, into it, where we call it home. And then this building is copied and pasted everywhere in the city, containing millions and tens of millions of people. We are all live in the standard unit. But as individuals, we are all different. You might like red bricks. I just like simple, clean white walls. You might like a balcony for your cat, but I just like a huge window for the sunshine and daylight. You might need several bedrooms to accommodate your large family, but I just want a huge living room to hold parties. Right? We're all different. All living in this standard unit are certainly not ideal. And this is not only the case for high-density cities, it's actually everywhere in the world. This is a picture of a normal residential area in the UK. You can see that all these houses are pretty much the same. But don't be too upset about that, because with AI, now it is more and more possible for us to have personalized and individualized homes. My group is combining generative model and large language model to give tools for ordinary people to design their own home. For example, here, if you give the computer a detailed description, saying that, hey, I want a house of 120 square meters, that's the thing I can afford, and I need a living room of about 60 square meters to hold a large party, etc., etc. And then the computer can understand what you say and gives you a design that fits your requirement and also fit basic regulatory guidelines. Or if you say, I don't know, I just want to see different examples, you can just let it know that, oh, I want a house of 120 square meters, and it will give you different options for you to choose from. Or if none of them is right for you, you can make your own change. You can just see that, hey, add a balcony to the north and move the east bedroom to another position. Then done. A new design will also be given to you. In this way, you actually don't need the help of an architect, at least at the starting point, to design your own house. But you might be wondering, how can we build it affordably? Because we all know that mass production is way much cheaper than build it individually. With these, we also have a promising technology for that. That is 3D printing. This is actually a normal home at a Chinese residential, rural area, but it's actually not done by human beings. It's actually done by robots. The robot sees on the lift, and then the lift sees on the rail, so it can move along the construction site and lay the concrete quite easily. In this way, it actually doesn't matter whether it's thousands of halls all the same, or they are all different. The construction costs are almost the same. So unlike us, robots never get tired. So it can build day and night and finish the house within just several days. But what I really like about this picture is that there are some local residents being on this side, but not doing the heavy work, but just chat and enjoying this construction site, just like watching a brand new show. So which means that with all the technologies, what we can turn the construction site into something more human and also more joyful, and release more people from doing the dirty and repetitive heavy labor about construction. But you might also say that even if the design is personalized, but still it's just a dumb building, it don't understand me. For example, I'm sure couples here have arguments over air conditioning set point, because some of us just prefer warmer environment, like me, and some of us just prefer a cooler environment. So would it be possible for the home to understand our personal preference and adjust the environment accordingly? That's also possible. And the possible method lays in the combination of wearable device and AI. I'm sure some of you wear a smart watch or some other smart devices. These devices can not only give you the step number, but they can also measure some physiological metrics of you, if you give consent, of course, such as heart rate, EDA, or skin conductivity, and skin temperature. So there are information about your thermal preference hidden in this data. An AI algorithm can dig this information for you, and then that information can be used for the controlling of your environment. We are currently working with the industry to turn this technology into practice. So hopefully you will be able to experience this in your home very soon. But you might say that's all about air conditioning. The building itself is still rigid. Yes, that's true. And that's why we are also exploring the possibility of making the building itself movable and adaptable to the environment. So here's a pavilion that we made actually right near here. It's a pavilion-like umbrella that can change its shape according to the environment to make sure that the space under it is as comfortable as possible. And this is another one inspired by the traditional Chinese window design, serving as a climate interface that can change intelligently according to the environment. I would like to close my speech with a quote that I quite like. I'm not crazy about reality, but it's the only place to get a decent meal. I like all these virtual things, VR, AI, games, these are all my favorite things. But I also equally, if not more, love the reality, love the space we live, because I think that's the thing really determines our living quality. So I would invite everyone here to join me in thinking about good ideas to make our homes better, to make our living space more personalized, more beautiful, and also more environmental friendly. Thank you.